People pleasing will lead to mental health, spiritual warfare, and suicide. If you don't get a hold of it, if you don't learn your lesson from it, and if you don't speak to God or have some type of spirituality behind your purpose in life, pretty much. So for me, my people pleasing, which I didn't know there was a matter of me people pleasing, but this is a thing that's occurred since I was a kid. But it didn't start at Dollar General. It started when I was a kid. There were times when you would go over somebody's house and they want you to go get something for them when it's their house and they are too lazy to go get it themselves. It's like, I'm a little boy. Why would you want me to go grab something for you? And it's your house and you're too lazy to go get it yourself. To the point where in later years, when you grow up, they're always in your business in some form or fashion. So it's like, when you're doing your best to take care of yourself and things of that nature, they always want to infiltrate your personal, private, and professional life. Yeah, just like when I was at Dollar General, most of my days off were like every Friday I would go to the movies and things of that nature. That also happened to be a truck day. Whereas I would be working Saturdays in the morning and things of that nature, and I would be off Sunday. So it's like I'm going to the movies every Saturday morning. Usually I'm able to do that because it's first thing in the morning. My backup location was always open early. And sometimes I would have to change my plans around or just luckily make it to my backup location to see a movie just in time before I would have to change my plans around and go to my main location to see a movie. So for me to wake up at 5 a.m. every time I went to work and just to be there at 7 a.m. and knowing when most of our delivery dates and things of that nature were and knowing who I'm usually working with and stuff like that, it's like my first boss and then my promoted boss were manipulating me to come into work because we were short-staffed, even on my days off, or just switching my schedule around. And I believe I started picking up on that to the point where I started talking about it. There's a girl named Mary who's probably about my age. They did the hashtag put in the ticket. And I usually never used LinkedIn, but I just started using it and telling my experience at work. And that's what got me fired because they wanted to use their social media policy when I wasn't even on the property. I don't even think I probably shared a couple things on the property, but I wasn't on the property. It was a matter of, we need help, we need security and things of that nature, and my store management is taking advantage of me. But meanwhile, corporate does all these little visits and things of that nature. Yeah, it's me. And that's what pretty much made me mad. I went off. Just seeing that so-and-so needed an ass whooping. Yeah, you took it literally, but I needed to stand up for myself and fight back. That it just doesn't make sense where I'm being manipulated to come in on my day off all the time. Literally, like one extra day every week, almost. And I think in 2022, especially in June, a lot of my spiritual warfare started June 19th of 2022. That whole entire week, that was literally the worst spiritual warfare or whatever intense heaviness that I was really not sure if I was gonna make it that after that week was over. And I believe I had a lot of heaviness and spiritual warfare from like spring all the way to fall of 2022. So not only in that same month in June, my first boss took me off the schedule instead of talking to me directly while she over here trying to be promoted to district manager, and or he's always attending to other stores and being the district manager's assistant, store manager ladder, or whatever it's called to my knowledge. But as the star employee, I'm working part-time. You're not even trying to promote me. You didn't even want to hire me to be a team lead. And I had so much experience as a part-time associate, no matter what type of job it is. So make it make sense. You couldn't see me as a lead or anything of that nature. It's because you're a narcissist and I'm an empath and I fell for it. And I believe I noticed something about you when you hired me. But yeah, I needed a job because it was a pandemic and it was close to my house. I don't have time to be working nights when I'm riding the bus. You know, that's when, you know, like corporate and all these companies, they want to use these computer technology or third party to get people fired. Like, what's that about? We can't speak our mind? Why we can't speak our mind? You know? Just like H&R Block. That's when I found out companies do that. You know, when you type in or use a certain name associated with them, or whatever case may be, they be using all these third-party technologies and things of that nature just to fire people. It's like, well, you're supposed to be able to speak your mind. You know? But, yeah, like, for me to finally learn how to stand up for myself and just be taken advantage of for literally my entire life and not realize it because I didn't have the people around me to really speak into my life and tell me who I am as a prophet. I had to wait until I was an adult, waiting until after I lost a lot of relatives to natural causes. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, and to know that I always had some type of gift, talent, and not being able to cultivate it until my, 30s, pretty much? I'm about to be 34 this year. It's crazy. And just to endure all of this stuff, from family, school, everybody just about who wants to use me for their own gain. You know, just bullying me. And I'm not supposed to say nothing because you're a man or a woman. That's how workplace violence starts. That's how domestic violence starts. That's why we start, harming other people and end up on the news while somebody else is planning a funeral. Y'all need to do better and stop, mistreating people. If you can't do it yourself, then don't bother an empath. Don't bother people doing good and all by themselves. Because in recent years, I have had to learn a lesson. And I'm looking like, I'm ready to start a family. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to retire. I'm ready to follow my dreams. I'm ready to make up for lost time that I didn't get to have when I was a kid or a teenager and barely a young adult. But people are so focused on appearances, and then you want to talk about people's teeth and skin and all of that. Why haven't you poured out into me to do that yourself without expecting anything in return or having to post it on social media that you did it for me? Whereas it could just be a testimony. Yeah, because people think they slick. Being scammed by religions and spiritual people, and all these random people making, trying to pretend to be somebody else. Hacking people, sending people emails and direct messages, and having to and end up clicking on links and things of that nature on posts. Like, people not gonna find out who you are eventually, or if God not gonna catch you. It's ridiculous to the point where we live in a society where I grew up in the hood, didn't really have a lot of male influences. Mostly my peers were from school, honestly. Didn't necessarily have a lot of male figures around me. So I'm having to learn how to use my discernment now and be hood, street smart, book smart, and professional and all of that. While you over here trying to scheme on me every time you look up. You need money, go get a job. Go figure it out. You got the looks for it, apparently. You want to people please your friends, go do that. Go people please your kids too, or your friends' kids, or your other relatives. Go people please them. Go pay your own bills. Because I've actually had to struggle in life and actually be smart of how I'm doing things. Because God had to get me out of my family's home or whatever the case may be, and had to grow up as a man real young, not having a real proper guidance, but always being a model citizen. Come on now, get it together, people. Get it together, people. Because you can't hijack my life. You can't control my life, just to shut me down and suppress my voice and suppress my anointing and everything like that. You can't do it forever. Because when the empaths and things of that nature fight back, you're going to lose. God is going to come for you too. You're going to lose. You think I want to be famous? You think I'm doing this for fame and money and things like that? No, I'm not. I'm still alive. Thank God for that. Because I otherwise would not be after 2022. I would not have wanted to have been alive. Telling me what I can say and can't do and da-da-da-da-da, while everybody else gets to run out the door and get to go out of town. And I'm just stuck here. While you get to go on vacation. While you get to go across the country. I'm stuck here. And I don't want to be stuck here no more. I don't want my future to slip under me where I'm not alive no more. Going through warfare when I turned 32, because I believe that's when my father had passed away at that age. And then the devil creeping in every which way that I look up. Got grown men, ain't never met me, but you want to be opinionated. Come show up for me for once. Or shut up. Because if I can come show up for you at your job and things of that nature, come show up for me for once. When we attend a family function and things of that nature, I ain't never been to the club or a house party. I didn't get being invited into stuff like that. I had to be the man of the house. Watch the house pretty much. Keep it clean. Make sure nothing happens to it. I didn't really get to do a lot in my life. And I get to make up for it now. So people think that what they did to me or what I went through was supposed to stop me. No, it didn't. I was making moves when I didn't even realize I was making moves. God was really pushing me to get saved and finally move out and get out on my own and things of that nature. A lot of it might have something to do with the elections in 2016 and all of that. And the pandemic. So, yeah, God knows when to pick on your heart and spirit and say, hey, I need you. Yeah. I'm mad. I'm mad as hell. This wasn't even how the video was supposed to go, but yeah, I'm mad as hell to not be able to follow my dreams, but everybody else gets to do that. Not to not be able to sing in peace, but everybody else gets to do that. Oh, I shine bright. Yeah, I'm the main attraction. Hell yeah, I shine bright. That's why I want to be famous in real life. Not just, I'm famous as it is in real life, but yeah, that's why I want to be a celebrity or whatever case may be, like to make sure God uses me to my full potential. Why do I need to die early just because I irritate your spirit? And over the years, I realized you irritated mine, but I went along to get along, or whatever the catchphrase is. Yeah. Think I'm not supposed to be mad? I'm supposed to be smiling all the time or not cussing? Yeah, I'm a cuss if I have to cuss because I need to be free from people who just want to be manipulators and opinionators and innocent bystanders who do or do not deserve my wrath. But thank God for my self-control that I never had to fight people physically, But nowadays, yeah, I have to teach myself everything. How to get on camera, be comfortable and confident in myself to do that. You think this is for show? No, this is for God. This ain't for me. This is to inspire somebody. Shoot. Big D scared to get on camera and do all this. And then I'm in the process of having to heal little D. Like, yeah, I know how to act. I'm acting while I'm doing this damn video. Come on now. Make it make sense. This is going to open doors for me. It's not about the money. It's not about the fame or the spotlight. It's not about me. I've been through hard times where I've had to get a credit card when I didn't really need one and had to bankrupt myself and basically be ashamed. Be ashamed and embarrassed in public. But that's really much all I have in my spirit at the moment. # Blue Shield.